Before having a mentor for this process, I think I was a bit overwhelmed. Frankly, I just don't know where to start. Normally, when you're studying this curriculum, it's a bit harder to apply it to these universities. If you're applying to universities in the UK, the most important thing is to make sure that you're Hello, my name is Mehr. I'm 17. I'm from Kolkata, India. I applied and got into 5 universities in the UK. The University of Cambridge, the London School of Economics and Political Science, University College London, King's College London, and the University of Edinburgh. Well, initially, without Rostrum's help, I hadn't thought too much about which university specifically I should apply to. They're the ones, and their mentors are the ones that helped me decide which universities I should apply to, and that's how I came to the conclusion that those are the 5 that I should be applying to. I am going to be studying at the University of Cambridge, and I'm going to be studying a degree called Human, Social and Political Sciences. I joined Rostrum in class 11, and during class 11, broadly, I was working with the head counselor, Mr. Gwyn Day, and we were basically trying to explore different subject areas I was interested in. Before I even started, I sort of had a meeting with him where we spoke about like a variety of things. I think we spoke about Shakespeare at one point. We were talking about 1984. It was just to sort of assess whether I would be a right fit for this program, and whether Rostrum and I would be like the right fit for each other, sort of. So after that was finalized, and after we were confident that this is the route that made the most sense, that's why I chose to go ahead with Rostrum. I come from an Indian board, so I studied the ICSE and ISC curriculum in class 10 and 12. Normally, when you're studying this curriculum, it's a bit harder to apply it to these universities because you need to undertake specific additional qualifications to do so. I think one of the parts that was quite overwhelming was when you're trying to build your profile and when you're trying to write the personal statement, you know that you have to do something called Super-Curriculars, which are basically not extracurriculars, but they're things that you pursue related to your subject so that you can show that you're genuinely interested in the subject and you want to study it. So what overwhelmed me a bit was the vast, just the amount of Super-Curriculars that were available. There are so many books, there are so many online courses, there are so many essay contests that someone can enter. Frankly, I just don't know where to start. If I would start something on my own, if I would read a book that I would find interesting, even if I would find it interesting, but I wouldn't know if it would really help foster my interest in something or whether I should explore something else. There's not a lot of time to complete your application, the vast amount of things, and you don't know what to cover. So Rostrum definitely helped me streamline that. My personal statement focused a bit more on political science and international relations and a bit of sociology. But what specifically interested me about these subjects and what was a recurring theme around my personal statement was to do with the narrativization of politics in our current age. So it was about how in certain issues, and I guess you can say all issues today, there's a certain narrative on multiple sides of the spectrum that's portrayed, and that's how we get people to either support or not support a specific ideology or a specific idea or something like that. So I wanted to explore how exactly and who exactly shapes these narratives and how they influence us, the people, to understand what issues they are that we actually care for, and ultimately how we make decisions. So a lot of my personal statement was focused around why we vote the way we do and who decides how we vote. If you're applying to universities in the UK, the most important thing is to make sure that you're a fit for your subject. I think in US universities very often they try to understand if you're a fit for the university rather than a fit for the course, and that's the kind of culture that they have over there. But in the UK, you definitely need to make sure that you really love your subject and that you're a right fit for your subject, because you will be learning from academics who have dedicated their entire lives to this specific subject, and it's honestly an honor to be able to learn from them and to be able to fully appreciate that, you really need to make sure that you really love your subject and you're really sure and determined that you want to study it. So that would be my advice, to make sure that this is what you want to pursue.
If you had to describe Rostrum in 3 words, what would you say?
Committed, experienced, and supportive. This journey taught me that enjoying and appreciating every single aspect of the process is much more rewarding than only worrying about the big picture all the time.